Good afternoon, everyone. This is Steve Lookner with Right Side Broadcasting coming to you with some breaking sad news today. Tom Petty, rock star Tom Petty, has died at the age of 66. So we know, there was, of course, that very sad news from Las Vegas last night, and we were covering it for hours, and we will certainly be following that throughout the day, keeping up with that. But we want to come on and talk about this story. Tom Petty, huge rock star of the last several decades. Millions of fans, well, I could say tens or hundreds of millions of fans of his music worldwide. He has died today at the age of 66. We want to come on, give you an update, and talk a little bit about Tom Petty and give you a chance to talk about Tom Petty if you'd so like. If you have any comments or memories of Tom Petty or favorite songs or that kind of thing, feel free to write to me on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner, and I'd be happy to read your comments on the air. So let's just show you us. I want to show you I'll give you a couple details about this today. So this is a story from Rolling Stone here. Just want to read you a little of this story talking about Tom Petty and what happened today. It says, Tom Petty, the dynamic and iconoclastic frontman who led the band The Heartbreakers, died Monday. He was found unconscious, not breathing, and in full cardiac arrest at his Malibu home last night, according to Tmz, and he was rushed to the hospital and placed on life support. EMTs were able to find a pulse. They were able to find a pulse when they found him, but TMZ reported that the hospital found no brain activity when he arrived. A decision was made to pull life support. CBS confirmed Petty's death. He was 66. It's shocking, crushing news, Petty's friend and traveling Wilburys bandmate Bob Dylan tells Rolling Stone in a statement. I thought the world of Tom. He was a great performer, full of the light, a friend. I'll never forget him. And Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers recently completed a summer tour last Monday. So they just finished a summer tour last week, and they were spending 3 nights at the Hollywood Bowl, I guess, ending last week. The trek marked the band's 40th anniversary and found him playing rarely played deep cuts. And and then down here, a little more information. Thomas Earl Petty was born in Gainesville, Florida, son of an insurance salesman on October 20th, 1950. Quit high school at age 17 to join the southern rock group Mudcrutch, which was taking off at the time. And then, in the 70s, he started coming out with his own albums, and with his, by his own, I mean with his band Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. So many hits from Tom Petty. But we want to just give you a little feedback about some social media reaction to Tom Petty's death. So Twitter has a Twitter Moments up. Tom Petty has died at 66. And I want to give you some of the feedback we're seeing on social media. Well, first of all, TMZ had posted, we're told after Petty got to the hospital, he had no brain activity and a decision was made to pull life support. He just wrapped up an American tour last week. Actor John Cusack says, Tom Petty, what a day, between Tom Petty and Las Vegas. Oh, you know what? I need 1 second here. There's an alarm going off. I just need to shut this off. You're going to hear extra sound. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, continuing here. Cameron Crowe, famous rock journalist Cameron Crowe, said, no words, just thanks. Producer Jack Antonoff, musician and producer, he was in the band Fun. And he also produces a lot of albums. Jack Antonoff, he said, Tom Petty changed my life. There's a reference to him in everything I've ever written. I love his work and his life. Jack Antonoff also said, those records live forever. I'm so grateful for Tom Petty and what he taught all of us. Ezra Koenig of the lead singer of the band Vampire Weekend, said, damn, we love you, Tom Petty. Incredible songwriter. Free Fallin is truly one of the greatest pieces of American art. So perfect and sad. Carrie Elways, who I believe is an actor, if I'm remembering right, he said, no, Tom, no, not Tom Petty. I can't even put into words how heartbroken I am. I am praying for Adria and his family. Rapper Chuck D said, damn, Tom Petty, I remember standing backstage with him. He tells me, go get him at a presentation, Rock Anointed. I'm missing something there, or maybe there's a typo or something. I'm probably just missing it, but that's from Chuck D. Some other feedback here. I'll show you. Also, I'm interested in seeing what else is being said on Twitter about him, and also I want to check up what the TMZ story here. So TMZ, he is dead, but TMZ was reporting this morning. And they say at 1:35 p.m. Sources tell us at 10:30 this morning. I'm guessing that Pacific time. A chaplain was called to Tom's hospital room. We're told the family has a do not resuscitate order on Tom. The singer is so. The TMZ hasn't said he died on their website, but he has died. But they also reported after he got to the hospital, he had no brain activity, and the decision was made to pull life support. And the original story said, ooh, they have dispatch audio from TMZ. This is TMZ. Let's play what this dispatch audio is.
Engine 71 LA.
71.
Engine and Squad 71, check your MDC for message. And Engine and Squad 71, be advised is now unconscious.
So that was audio from this morning's call about dispatch audio about Tom Petty. He was rushed to the hospital last night after he was found unconscious, not breathing, and in full cardiac arrest, law enforcement sources tell TMZ. EMTs rushed to his Malibu home and were able to get a pulse. They were able to get a pulse, but he was rushed to the UCLA Santa Monica Hospital, and our sources say he was put on life support. But what happened is this morning the decision was made to, he had no brain activity, and the decision was made to pull life support, and he is now dead, as we can see with headlines like this. We're reporting on the death of Tom Petty here. If you have thoughts on Tom Petty, maybe you have comments or memories or favorite songs or whatever, give me a shout at Lookner on Twitter, at Lookner on Twitter. I'd like to read some of your comments on the air while we're on the air here. Andrew Sova says, my favorite song is off their debut self-titled album. The song is called American Girl. Classic rock, timeless classic rock standard of which Tom Petty had many. Now, there's some questions. Now, several outlets are reporting he died, and I'm seeing some people write me saying he's not dead yet. So just so you can see who's reporting it, CBS News is also reporting that he is dead. So, now some people are saying he's like alive again. So let's see what this TMZ tweet is. So some people are sending me tweets from TMZ saying he's still alive. Maybe that's why TMZ hasn't reported it. If so, that's pretty bad journalism from all these big outlets that have reported he died, as I just showed you. Rolling Stone, CBS News. But I want to get you the latest. So, well, from 25 minutes ago, TMZ 25 minutes ago said he's still clinging to life. A report that the LAPD confirmed the singer's death is inaccurate. That's from 25 minutes ago. So the question, I don't know if I should put a question mark at the end of the headline here. But just to show you who is reporting this, CBS News, Rolling Stone, Huffington Post has it up. Maybe it'll turn out he's not dead. That would be wonderful news. As I said before, we have news outlets like when CBS News, they should not be getting this wrong. But who knows? But some of you are writing in saying maybe he's not dead yet. You've heard otherwise. Again, 25 minutes ago, TMZ posted this saying he's still clinging to life. That was 25 minutes ago. Slick Art sent that to me. See if I can get any updates here. Now I'm really confused. You know what I'm going to do? I just want to change this headline for a second. We like to be really accurate here. Here's what I'll do, folks. Reportedly dead. We have reports that he's dead. Okay, what else can I find out about whether Tom Petty is actually dead, even though it's been reporting? So The Guardian reported he died. So let me give you. Lots of people are tweeting as if he is dead, but I want to give you some updates here. Also, I want to get rid of that is. That's bothering me. It should be reportedly dead. John Mayer, rock star John Mayer, tweeted out, "I loved Tom Petty and I covered his songs because I wanted to know what it felt like to fly. You belong somewhere, you feel free." Stephen King tweeted out, "Tom Petty gone? That's just so wrong. What a bad day this has been in so many ways." Brian Wilson, one of the founder of the Beach Boys. I could say the founder, not one of the founders, the founder, right? "I'm heartbroken to hear about Tom Petty. Tom Petty was a hell of a songwriter and a record maker. He will be missed by everyone who loves music." L&M. I don't know what L&M means. I just looked up L&M and I couldn't find an easy definition for it. So, Tom Petty reportedly has died at 66. I know TMZ 25 minutes ago said he's not dead yet. Just so you know what we're going off of, CBS News says he's dead. Rolling Stone says he's dead. HuffPost says he's dead. But TMZ is still not reported it yet. TMZ is saying do not have it on their website yet. So we're reporting on Tom Petty's death at the same time trying to confirm he's actually dead. That's what we're doing here. We're doing both things at once. If you have any comments about Tom Petty, give me a shout on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. We'd like to hear from you. This is Right Side Broadcasting. By the way, we are viewer supported. So, we were on all last night covering the shooting in Vegas, and we're on covering this. But just so you know, we do, the way we stay on air is from donations. That's how we stay on the air. So if you do enjoy our live breaking news coverage, we hope you do consider making a donation. You can donate by either going to the $ at the bottom of the YouTube chat room. There's a little $ there, or going to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. We hate asking for donations, but we have to let you know about that because if we didn't have donations, we wouldn't be on the air. So thank you, by the way, to the moderators in the chat room for moderating this chat and on both the website and the in YouTube. James Wagner says, Tom Petty was one of the greatest poets and performers the world has ever seen. Everything he touched is incredible. R.I.P. True Brit sent me something, but is this from Wikipedia? I can't tell where this is from. Are you trying to show me it's reported on Wikipedia, so he's dead? Andrew Silva says, in debut, the T is silent. I said debut before. Did I say debut? I think I said debut. I didn't intend to say debut. Or maybe you're just saying, I don't know. Anyways, I apologize if I said debut wrong. Yes, True Brit says Wikipedia just posted a deceased date for Tom Petty. So that is one more source that's saying he's dead. But TMZ still hasn't called it yet. So I want to leave it open while still talking about his death. I want to show you also, let's go over just some of the hit songs he's had. He's had so many. So just a little sampling here from Google. I Won't Back Down, Free Fallin', You Don't Know How It Feels, Running Down a Dream. These are all just like classic rock staples. Refugee, Mary Jane's Last Dance, Learning to Fly, You're So Bad, American Girl, Breakdown. Now, While My Guitar Gently Weeps isn't his. There was a cover. The Waiting. You Got Lucky, Don't Do Me Like That. Are those like the biggest ones, I would say, maybe? But so many huge hits from Tom Petty. So assuming he is dead, like all these outlets are reporting, very sad that Tom Petty dead at 66. Unless there's been some incredibly bad reporting going on and lots of news organizations messed it up. Twitter Moments also says Tom Petty has died. Oops, what's that? Sorry, guys. Oops. Sorry, I forgot to turn off an alarm earlier. Twitter Moments also says Tom Petty died. Here's an article. This is from the New York Daily News. They say stars react to rock icon Tom Petty's death. Thank you, Jerry OOOG, for the donation. He donated and said, Steve and RSBN rock. Thank you, Jerry. So we read the John Mayer tweet before. Stephen King. Billy Idol. Big 80s rock icon Billy Idol said, or pop icon said, shocked and upset to hear about Tom Petty. We got lucky when we found you, R.I.P. Director Kevin Smith, who directed Clerks, for example, said, one night when I was 11, I played The Waiting by Tom Petty on a jukebox 100 times in a row. Loved the man's voice and his art, R.I.P. a legend. Sheryl Crow writes, I feel like today the music truly died. Can't go see, hear music and be safe, and one of the greats just passed. She's talking about the first part of that is about the Vegas concert. Kid Rock says, just when I thought today could not get any worse, R.I.P. Tom Petty, thank you for your beautiful music and inspiration. Martina McBride, country music star, said no, not Tom Petty. Canadian music star of the 80s and 90s, I guess, Brian Adams said, R.I.P. Tom Petty, thanks for all the great rock and music. Hard to believe you're gone. Creator of the musical Hamilton, Lin-Manuel Miranda, said, "I'm so grateful for Tom Petty's music. Feels selfish to want more, but I always will. Rest in peace." Pop star of the aughts, I guess you could say, Mandy Moore. "Oh my, heartbroken, one of the greatest. Sending love and light to his family, band, crew, and legions of fans forever touched by the music around the world." I think she still acts and stuff too, Mandy Moore. Alyssa Milano, Tom Petty died of a broken heart. Rest in peace. Maybe because of the broken heart she's referring to Vegas, the Vegas shooting. Steve Van Zandt, guitarist for the E Street Band, for Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band, says, "Man, this cannot be happening. Not Tom Petty, please. Our deepest love and condolences to his family and band. A brother and a true believer." So we are reporting on the death of Tom Petty, being reported by multiple outlets. We are putting an asterisk on it because TMZ hasn't reported his death yet, and TMZ sent out a tweet about a half an hour ago saying he's still clinging to life. So we are waiting to hear the latest and maybe hear a couple more outlets confirm it, but numerous outlets, including CBS News and Rolling Stone, are reporting Tom Petty is dead. If it turns out he's not dead, this will be one of the biggest journalistic mess-ups in a long, long time. And Pam Peacock just sent in a donation of $2. Thank you, Pam. Your donations are what keeps us on the air. So if you enjoy our news coverage, you can donate by going to You can donate by going to the YouTube chat and just going to the bottom of the chat room. There's a little dollar sign there. You can click on the chat, click on the dollar sign at the bottom of the YouTube chat, or you can go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Your donations are what keep us on the air and allow us to bring you news coverage. And I will say, I was a bit surprised. I heard about Tom Petty dying, and I turned on my TV, and look, of course, Las Vegas is a huge story, and it's a terrible, terrible story. But I hadn't seen the news reporting it at all that Tom Petty died, and on a normal day, I think they would, without the Vegas thing, they would be going nonstop about it. So, and it was this kind of thing where I was like, well, at least cut in and say he died, and maybe they didn't. I didn't see it, but we did think, obviously Vegas is important. We were covering it for 6 straight hours, but we did think it was important to have some coverage of this too. Tom Petty's music was important to a lot of people, so we do like to provide an alternative to the mainstream media and give coverage of stories. One of the things we like to do is give coverage of stories that they're not really covering, and so we wanted to come on live and cover this today. Would love to hear from you if you have any thoughts on the death of Tom Petty, or any updates you hear, any news updates, or favorite songs or that kind of thing. So give me a shout on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. Cause Pain 2 said, Tom Petty wrote to me and said, "Tom Petty is dead, confirmed on his channel on Sirius Radio. They're talking about it now." So supposedly, according to our viewer, Cause Pain 2, Tom Petty's Sirius Radio channel is saying he's dead, and they're talking about it now. Keith Stittner says, "Hello, Steve. I'm so saddened about the death of Tom Petty. I have my own band called Keith and Company. This is our tribute to Tom Petty." So I can't really play music on the air for copyright reasons, Keith. But I'll try to check out your band after. Thank you for writing in. After the broadcast, that is. So, Ella Bell Wilson sent me a tweet from the LAPD. Now, when was this one, Ella Bell Wilson? So, 26 minutes ago, the LAPD said they have no information about the passing of singer Tom Petty. Initial information was inadvertently provided to some media sources. So, this was 25 minutes ago. About a half an hour ago, TMZ said he hadn't died. They hadn't heard that he died yet. They couldn't confirm it. But just so you know who's saying he has died, CBS News is saying he's died. New York Daily News is saying he's died. Rolling Stone is saying he's died. One of our Huffington Post is saying he's died. Twitter is saying he's died. Wikipedia is saying he's died. One of our own viewers said the Tom Petty radio channel is saying he's died. So lots of sources are saying he's died, but we will let you know if these other sources come around and start to say he died, if we find that out. Let me try to get you some more news here about Tom Petty. Google is reporting he died. Google. Tom Petty died October 2017. So that's from Google. Some more celebrity reaction here. This is from the USA Today. Huey Lewis from Huey Lewis in the News said, Tom Petty, so sad, way too young, a great writer, singer, and band leader. His music will endure. Rock star from the 70s, Peter Frampton said, I can't believe we have lost Tom Petty on this, well, he's still a rock star, but I can't believe we have lost Tom Petty on this already horrible day. My love to his wife and children and the entire Heartbreaker family. A little bit of information about Tom Petty, just about his career from the Rolling Stone article. Petty started his career in earnest in 1975 when he cut a demo with Mike Campbell and Benmont Tench that also featured bassist Ron Blair and drummer Stan Lynch. They called themselves the Heartbreakers and recorded their debut, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, which came out in 1976. It failed to make an impact at the time. Lead singer Breakdown didn't even hit the charts, but they picked up heat after touring England in support for future E Street Band member Nils Lofgren. They soon became headliners on the tour, and the album topped the UK chart. The label reissued Breakdown in the US, and it reached the bottom rung of the top 40 a year after it came out. It's amazing. Subsequent singles from the group's second LP, You're Gonna Get It, such as Listen to Her Heart and I Need to Know, that's another big Tom Petty classic rock hit, I Need to Know, charted in the upper half of the pop chart. Around this time, one of Tom Petty's most apparent influences, the Byrds' Roger McGuinn, recorded a cover of the self-titled album's closing track, American Girl, proving Petty's ability to write hits. Then we have... but before the decade was up, Petty found himself bankrupt after the record label MCA attempted to buy out his contract from ABC Records, which disturbed Petty's original label. It took 9 months of litigation for Petty to secure a new deal so he could put out the biggest record of his career, 1979's Damn the Torpedoes, which reached #2 on the album chart and has also been certified triple platinum. The album contained the singles Don't Do Me Like That and Refugee, establishing him as a full-fledged hitmaker. Within 2 years, he was able to leverage his credibility in a standoff with MCA, which wanted to charge $9.98 for the follow-up LP to Damn the Torpedoes. Petty threatened to title it $8.98 until they backed down and released the record, which contained The Waiting under the name Hard Promises in 1981. He scored a later #3 hit later that year with Stop Dragging My Heart Around, a duet with Stevie Nicks that appeared on her Belladonna LP. That's another song I forgot to mention, Stop Dragging My Heart Around. The years that followed would prove to be tumultuous for Petty, seeing the departure of Ron Blair, his bassist, from the lineup as they worked painstakingly on what would become 1985's Southern Accents. During this time, Petty became so frustrated that he punched a wall and broke his left hand. Nevertheless, it served as home to the #13 hit, Don't Come Around Here No More. The following year, just as the band was about to set out on a tour supporting Bob Dylan, Petty's house burned down, with arson being suspected, destroying most of his possessions. His wife and 2 daughters were able to escape. And then the last story of this, last paragraph of the story from Rolling Stone is, the latter part of the 80s was marked by both commercial disappointment, 1986's Let Me Up, I've Had Enough, and a success, 1988's Traveling Wilburys, Volume 1. The latter found Petty collaborating with Dylan, Roy Orbison, George Harrison, and Jeff Lynne, and made it to #3 on the album chart, and was certified triple platinum on the strength of singles like Handle With Care and End of the Line. Petty followed this success into his first solo album, 1989's Full Moon Fever, home to Free Fallin', which Jeff Lynne produced. So Tom Petty reportedly dead. Numerous sources reporting Tom Petty dead at 66. We still have the reportedly up there because TMZ, I think, is still not reporting that he's dead. Let me check TMZ. So if you check TMZ, they're still not confirming he died. They tweeted out like about 45 minutes ago he's still clinging to life, and they're not confirming he died yet. So, look, maybe it'll turn out that he's not dead. That would be great news. We're seeing so many reports of it, though, from places like CBS News, Rolling Stone. Google. But if you have comments on Tom Petty, maybe you have a favorite song, maybe you have a Tom Petty memory you want to talk about, or you have news updates about this story, give me a shout at Lookner, at Lookner. By the way, if you want to know when we're coming on the air with these breaking videos, we do it all the time. Subscribe to us on YouTube and click the notifications bell. Also, you can follow us on Facebook at Right Side Broadcasting. Hello to everybody watching on Facebook. On Twitch, we're at RSB Network. Hello to everybody on Twitch, if we're on Twitch right now. And you can follow us on Twitter at RSB Network on Twitter. I am on Twitter at Lookner. I post a lot of breaking news stuff, so if you like breaking news stuff, you can follow me on Twitter at Lookner. And thank you so much to the moderators for all your hard work today in the chat rooms and last night when we were covering the Las Vegas shooting. I see Barbara Braley there and JC in the YouTube chat room, and Real Frank is there. Guinevere is there, Ron Miller. So thank you all for joining us. And thank you again. A couple of you have made donations. We are viewer supported, so we rely on your donations to stay on the air. If you like having this coverage on the air, an alternative to the mainstream media, you can donate if you want and help keep us on the air by going to the bottom of the YouTube chat and clicking on the little $ there at the bottom of the chat. Or you can go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Let me check some more of your messages here. JC, one of our moderators, writes in, wow, Steve, what a sad day today. Another music icon gone. Thank you for your hard work, RSBN. Tom Petty dead at 66. And on a special note, Barbara Bailey just became a moderator for RSBN. Big hug to Barb. Welcome to the RSBN Mod Squad. Hey, Barbara, congratulations. That's awesome. Very happy to have you as a moderator. Thank you, Barbara, for all your support of RSBN. Patriot of Truth said, is Tom from United Kingdom or United States? I don't know. He is American. I believe he was born in Gainesville, Florida. He was born in Gainesville, Florida on October 20th, 1950. He is from Gainesville, Florida. True Brit says Wikipedia has now removed the deceased date. You know, maybe we'll end up being on the air and the whole story will become media messes up and reports Tom Petty's dead when he's not. Let's go to Tom Petty Wikipedia and see. Not Tom Wikipedia, Tom Petty. So Wikipedia now, thank you to True Brit. I'm going to tweet this out. Still a bit of doubt about whether Tom Petty is dead. TMZ not reporting it yet, and Wikipedia has removed his death date. So we'll see what happens. Justin Wood writes, fortunate to have seen Petty last weekend at Hollywood Bowl. They shot a documentary for his 40th anniversary, now even more meaningful. Thank you, Justin. I will say I watched a documentary about Tom Petty. What was it? Can I find out what it was? I'd say about 10 years ago or 8 years ago, and it was quite good. It was like a 5-hour documentary or something. Maybe it was Running Down a Dream. Is that what it was? Is that the one I saw? By Peter Bogdanovich, 4-hour documentary. I think that's the one I saw. It was quite good. So as you can see, Wikipedia has removed Tom Petty's death date. We're still trying to figure out if he's actually dead. We think he's dead. So many places reported it, but Wikipedia, just to go over this again, let's review what's happening. So hang on a second. So lots of outlets are saying he's dead, like CBS News and Rolling Stone. And Google said it too. However, TMZ is not saying he's dead yet. I'll update TMZ. They're not saying he's dead yet. They're saying found in full conscious cardiac arrest. Wikipedia has removed his death date. And I'll show you a couple of the tweets that I've seen that people have sent to me and I've seen myself. TMZ said half an hour ago, at this date, Tom's still clinging to life. A report that the LAPD confirmed the singer's death is inaccurate. I'm going to retweet this and say, numerous outlets reporting his death, but there are a few like this, like not doing so. TMZ says, again, they haven't taken down this tweet from 53 minutes ago, which says Tom Petty's still clinging to life. And then there was that tweet from the LAPD. This was from, it looks like this was from about 40 minutes ago. They said, they tweeted out they have no information about the passing of singer Tom Petty. Initial information was inadvertently provided to some media sources. I'll say, I want to tweet this out, but I want to say from, when would that came out? 3:55? So I'm just getting all this information out there. Christopher Sarazani said, check Reuters, I sent you a link. Now let's see, Christopher, if I can find the link you sent me. Christopher, I see your message and it says check Reuters, but I can't find, Christopher, the actual message you sent me. I will check Reuters though, Christopher, as you're instructing me to do. This has become a broadcast of let's figure out if Tom Petty's actually dead. Look, I hope he's still alive. That would be fantastic news. Yeah, so Reuters just says TMZ says Tom Petty clinging to life. That's what, so Reuters isn't, they don't have any independent information. They're just saying Tom Petty says he's clinging, TMZ says he's clinging to life. So we're doing both things. We're reporting on his death while letting you know there are some questions about whether he's actually dead. And by the way, I heard we had a black screen come up. Is that true that we had a black screen come up? Somebody said we had a black screen come up. Oh, wow. So I'm sorry, guys. If a black screen comes up, a black YouTube logo comes up, ignore it. It's a YouTube malfunction. So if you see a black YouTube logo come up on the screen, it's a YouTube malfunction. We're still here. It'll be gone in a few seconds, so please stay with the broadcast. I would ask you, if you see a black YouTube malfunction, feel free. If you see a black YouTube logo come up on the screen, feel free to take a screenshot of it and then tweet it to at Team YouTube and at YouTube, but especially at Team YouTube, and just say, hey, YouTube, why is this black screen coming up on this broadcast? We've been telling them to fix it for like a month now and it hasn't gotten fixed. So if you do see a black YouTube logo come up, feel free again to take a screenshot of it and send that tweet to at Team YouTube. But just know, if you see a black YouTube logo come up, we're still on the air. It'll be gone in a few seconds, so don't leave the broadcast. It's not our fault. And Doe in the chat room says, never happens on any other vids. You're right, it doesn't happen on any other vids. We've Googled this. No one else seems to have this problem except for us. Tom O'Neill says on XM Radio Channel 31, they're still not sure about Tom Petty's condition. I want to change the headline one more time. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a subtle announcement. A slight change. Here's my slight change to the headline, guys. Because we're still trying to get confirmation of this, that he's really dead. Numerous outlets have reported he's dead, but TMZ is insisting he might still be alive. So we're not totally positive what's going on. And really quick, again, if a black YouTube logo comes up on the screen, ignore it. It'll be gone in a few seconds. It's a YouTube malfunction. So if you see a black YouTube logo, stay with the broadcast. We're not going anywhere. We're still covering this news here. Andrew Wilmer says, let's hope he pulls through. I'm gutted about this. See if I can find any more updates about this. And all these celebrities are posting because they've heard he died. So like Bon Jovi said, I'm crushed, praying for all those affected by Vegas last night. And now the loss of one of my great influences, Tom Petty, today. Here we go. Black screen again. I'm taking a picture of it. Sorry guys that there's black screen going on. I want to tweet to YouTube and let them know this is happening again. At Team YouTube. Right now. Sorry guys, I just need to tweet out. I took a screenshot of the black screen and I am tweeting it out to Twitter so they can try to fix it. So very sorry if you see a black logo, a black YouTube logo come up on the screen. Just know it's not our fault. It's YouTube's fault, and we're still here broadcasting. Ignore it. It'll be gone in a few seconds. And I'm just tweeting it to Twitter so they can hopefully fix it. And as I said before, if you see a black screen, black YouTube logo coming up, we've been having this problem with YouTube for a month. I don't know why. Stay with the broadcast because it's going to go away for a few seconds, but feel free to take a screenshot of it and send it to @TeamYouTube and let them know, hey, I'm trying to watch Right Side Broadcasting and you keep putting this black logo over their broadcast and it's really annoying, and why can't you fix it? That would be amazing if you did that. That's one of the best things you could do actually to help get this fixed, because we keep messaging them and this keeps happening. So we're trying to figure out if Tom Petty is definitely dead 100%. And just so you guys know, we know it's YouTube's fault because when you watch the videos in the archive, like if you go to an hour from now and you go watch this video, the black screen will be gone and our original feed will be there. So our original feed is getting through to YouTube just fine. They're just putting a black screen over our videos while we're live, and then it's gone in the replay. All right, let me see if I can find more information about Tom Petty. YouTube told our CEO Joe Seals today they're still working on it. At least they're talking. But YouTube says they're still working on it. Okay, so we're covering Tom Petty. Numerous outlets are reporting he died, and we're covering that. Okay, so numerous outlets like Rolling Stone and CBS News are saying he's dead, but TMZ is not reporting he's dead. TMZ is saying he might still be alive. Their website still has him alive, according to them. And they tweeted out TMZ just to show you again. They tweeted out, at this time, Tom's still clinging to life. That was about an hour ago. We're on the air. We're going to stay on the air covering this. But just remember, if you see a black YouTube logo on your screen, don't go anywhere. It'll be gone in a few seconds. It's just a YouTube malfunction. So don't go away if you see a black YouTube logo. We're right here and we're not going anywhere. And I'm just texting my boss, Joe, for a second, the CEO of Right Side. Joe is saying, I'm going to talk to the person at YouTube and tell them to literally watch the broadcast right now so they can see all these black screens popping up on our broadcast. So we're just trying to confirm. We're reporting on Tom Petty's death, but we're also trying to confirm he's dead, if that makes any sense. So there's another black logo, another one. So let me take a picture of this. Hey, it's another black logo. I'm just going to tweet it out to YouTube. Sorry, I'm just letting YouTube know, guys. So Joe is in touch with YouTube, telling them about this. So again, I totally apologize. This is really terrible. We hate you guys having to watch our videos and try to keep up with the news. And then these YouTube black logos come up on the screen. And I would ask you, please, to help us, we're talking to YouTube about this, but really let them know this is a problem. So if you see a black logo, take a screenshot of it and tweet it out to @TeamYouTube and just tell them, please fix this, because this is getting really annoying. It's been a month now of them not fixing it. All right, so I'm going to stop talking all the time about these black screens, but if you see a black YouTube logo, stay with the broadcast. We're still trying to figure out exactly for sure if Tom Petty is dead. All these outlets are reporting it. So Twitter Moments says he's dead, but Daily Mail Celebrity says he's on life support. Oh, another black screen. Thank you. Let me just take a picture as I'm taking a picture of all the black screens. Oh, that one disappeared. Please, as I said, if you see a black screen, we're still here. But feel free to take a screenshot of it and send it to @TeamYouTube and say, fix this. Entertainment Tonight says initial Tom Petty reports are inaccurate and the singer remains hospitalized. That's what Entertainment Tonight is saying as of 20 minutes ago. Wow, I have to change the headline again. I have to change so many things. I have to change, I'm going to change the title of the video. Hold on. I just changed the title of the video to Tom Petty Dead Maybe ? At 66. And let me just change the headline here. This has been one of our odder broadcasts so far. That's better. Reply, sorry, telling Joe. So we are covering the possible death of Tom Petty. Originally, a lot of outlets reported he died, and now we're hearing some outlets say he remains hospitalized. We are just not sure. We're trying to get you information on this. As I mentioned before, we apologize that sometimes black YouTube logos are coming up on the screen. If they do come up, just ignore them. They will disappear after a few seconds, and we will still be here broadcasting. I'd love to hear from you. So if you have any comments, or if you have news updates, maybe you're hearing from news sources about whether Tom Petty is dead or alive, give me a shout on Twitter @Lookner, @LOOKNER. Let me know as we try to figure this out. And let me look at something here. Give me 1 sec, guys. I want to check some messages you've just sent me. Charles Hodge, you're right, Charles Hodge. Rolling Stone did report he died, but other outlets are reporting he might not have died. He might some outlets are saying he might still be in the hospital. Bushwhacker says, well, Wikipedia does say after being transported to the hospital, the decision was made to take him off life support. But that was in some article that came out an hour ago. So Ball Breakers Pro says there's no coming back from no brain activity. He's gone. Andrew, so there's some questions here, but we don't want to say for sure he died unless we know for sure. So that's the TMZ story, which has him not being dead yet. What else can I find on this story about whether Tom Petty is dead or not? A lot of rumors going around, so like people on Twitter posting, Tom Petty is still alive, y'all. We gotta pray he recovers, but we just don't know. The Australian says, look at this tweet from the Australian. The headline says Tom Petty dead, and the story says Tom Petty has died, but then the update is that Tom Petty is still alive. I want to say this. Here's an outlet reporting both that Tom Petty is dead and that he's alive. Look, it's the same tweet from the Australian. At the bottom it says he's died, and at the top it says he's still alive. So now that's what we're doing. We're just trying to figure out if he's dead or not. I hope he's alive. That'd be much better. This is so crazy. This person, Tommy Dreamer, posted, I hope he recovers and sees how much we all love him and writes a song about social media. I don't know what this person is referring to, but I do like the idea of him recovering and then writing a song about what happened today, about with the reports he died. However, as one of our viewers wrote in and said, if he really had no brain activity, even if he's alive, he might not be in a very good state, obviously. So, unfortunately. But it'd be nice to know he was still alive. It's really TMZ that's driving this, because they are not reporting he's dead yet. Again, TMZ, this is the big tweet. This is the big tweet that everybody's talking about. TMZ saying an hour ago, at this time, Tom's still clinging to life. A report that the LAPD confirmed the singer's death is inaccurate. So that's what TMZ is saying. Now, if it turns out he's not dead yet, it's kind of crazy because all these celebrities were told he died and commented on it. You're watching Right Side Broadcasting's of Tom Petty. Right Side Broadcasting's coverage of the reports of Tom Petty's death and then subsequent reports by at least TMZ that he might still be alive. I am Steve Lookner. Real quick, we've had a little issue on this broadcast with YouTube logos coming up. So if you see a black YouTube logo, just ignore it. It'll be gone in a few seconds. It's not our fault. So if you see a black YouTube logo, please ignore it. But what you can do is you can always take a screenshot of it while it's up there for a few seconds and send it to @TeamYouTube and say, please fix this, YouTube. We're sick of this. If you want to know when we're coming on the air for these kind of breaking news videos, be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and click the notifications bell when you do. Also, you can follow us at right on Facebook at Right Side Broadcasting. Hello to all the Facebook viewers. On Twitter, we're at RSB Network. I am on Twitter at Lookner. Message me if you hear any new news about whether Tom Petty is really dead. I would like to hear from you. So, and if you just have any thoughts about his death, supposed death, or the whole situation, write to me at Lookner. We're reading your comments on the air. Also, we are viewer supported, so if you do enjoy our broadcasts, please consider donating, because we need your donations to stay on the air. That's how we stay on the air. You can donate by going just to the YouTube chat right next to the broadcast. If you click on the $ at the bottom of the YouTube chat, there's a little $sign there. You can donate that way. Even small donations are welcome. Again, it keeps us on the air. Or you can go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Speaking of which, I want to check your messages here. Patriot of Truth says, too much fake news. That's why we need Right Side so much. Love you, RSBN and family. Thank you, Patriot of Truth. All right, I'm trying to find out more information on this. Is he really dead? There's such a lack of information right now. Wait, do we have another black screen? I guess we just had another black screen. Another one. So guys, we want to show you a tweet. We want to show you what happens when we write to YouTube about this. So give me a second, because we've been having these black screens come up on our broadcast for a month, and we're in touch with YouTube about it, and they can't seem to fix it. So we write to them at Team YouTube. I want to show you this and let you know who you can write to about this if you have a complaint about this. Oops, hang on a second. Let me just get here and do this. So look, we write to YouTube and we say, hey, at Team YouTube, third one in 10 minutes. Why can't you fix this? There's now been about 6 now on this broadcast, 6 of these black logos that come up. And they say, Team YouTube, hi there, reach out to our creator support team. They can help with this. We've been reaching out to creator support for a month. They haven't fixed it yet. So if you see a black logo come up on the screen like this, take a screenshot of it and write to at Team YouTube and say, hey, at Team YouTube, we are sick of this. Fix it. It's wrecking our viewing experience. We want to watch the news and you're not letting us. So please, that's who you write to, at Team YouTube, if you see that black logo come up. And also, if you see the black logo come up, don't leave the broadcast. It'll only be up for a few seconds. But please take a screenshot like we did and write to at Team YouTube and tell them, we're sick of this. It keeps happening. Here's another screenshot. Make it stop. Because only if enough people complain, apparently, will they actually do something. But again, we've been talking to their creator support team for a month, and all they say is, write to the creator support team. Well, we are, and it's still not getting fixed. All right, back to Tom Petty. The weird thing is, like, there's been no updates for the last hour. Like an hour ago, TMZ tweeted out an hour ago, we think he's still alive, and then just like nothing. Now there's memes going on. So like 10 GOP posted, Tom Petty hearing the reports of his own death. Now, it should still be pointing out that that TMZ, even who's saying he's clinging to life, said he had no brain activity this morning. So that's a pretty serious situation, of course. Oh, see, other people are doing this too. When Tom Petty is reported dead and then the report is refuted, Tom Petty is like, it's Jeff Williams tweeted out, I hope Tom Petty makes a full recovery so he can see what everybody said about him when they thought he was dead. Allergies on Deck said, Tom Petty about to come back to life and make today less terrible. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see. We're keeping an eye on it. This is Right Side Broadcasting's ongoing coverage. It was originally coverage of the death of Tom Petty. Now it's coverage of the question of whether he is really dead. Here's what we do know. We do know that he was found unconscious in full cardiac arrest this morning. We do know that. We also know that at 12:30, according to 12:30 PT, according to TMZ, he had no brain activity, and a decision was made to pull life support at 12:30. But then, and at 1:30, it says the family has a do not resuscitate order. The singer is not expected to live throughout the day, but he's still clinging to life. So the last update we got from TMZ, which they're sticking to, is he's not expected to live throughout the day, but he's still clinging to life. I should tweet that out. I'm going to tweet that out. So important to note that TMZ, who says Tom Petty is still alive, also says he's not expected to make it through the day. They say not expected to make it through? How do they say? Not expect to live throughout the day. So even TMZ, who said he's alive, is saying he's not expected to live throughout the day. That's important news. So, but we're not gonna just say without question he's dead until we really establish without question he is. It seems like he might be on life support. It seems like from the TMZ story, what might be the case, from this story, what might be the case is that even if he is alive, maybe it says there's a do not resuscitate order. So if he dies today, they're not going to try to resuscitate him. And they also say they don't think he's going to make it throughout the day. So that's what TMZ says. Even the ones, and they're the big ones saying he's still alive. So some perspective here. But you never know. We hope he pulls through. Okay, I want to check some of your messages here. Write to me on Twitter. Let me know if you're hearing anything new. I'm at Lookner on Twitter, at Lookner. By the way, just a quick update about Las Vegas. 59 dead, 527 injured. 59 dead, 527 injured. That is the newest update I'm seeing here about... Why won't it let me retweet this? Did they delete it? That's the Vegas update. 59 dead, unbelievable. 527 injured. It's a very odd thing going right now with my Twitter where it's not letting me retweet things. There I go. Now I can retweet it. Thank you, Twitter. So again, very sad news. That amazing. Almost 600 people dead or injured. Think of how many bullets he must have shot, actually, for that to happen. Just terrible. Okay. Let's get back to Tom Petty, though. We're trying to figure out for sure if Tom Petty is dead yet. Oh, I was going to check your messages. That's what I was going to do. Here we go. My post, the TMZ post, I told you that TMZ says he's not expected to live throughout the day, but they say he's still alive. Johnny writes in, Johnny Rock 80, a trustworthy source there. I actually find them pretty trustworthy when it comes to celebrity stuff. Will Ewert writes in, Tom Petty's camp might want to do the confirmation in the morning. Just looking at your other now, I Heart Trump said Tom Petty's officially dead, and he showed me that Google was reporting he died. But I don't know. A lot of sources are saying he died, but TMZ is insisting he's not dead yet. Ron Miller is saying, TVGuide.com is saying, while outlets wrote that Petty had passed away based on information by the LAPD, the LAPD later said that they had no information on Petty's status and that initial information was inadvertently provided to some media sources. TMZ has updated its own source story to say that Petty is clinging on to life but is not expected to live throughout the day. Kerry Lynn Kelly said, I reported the black screen to YouTube and got this in return. Try cleaning your browser's cache and cookies. That doesn't work because it's for everyone. It's not, when you see a black YouTube logo come up on the screen during one of our broadcasts, it's not you. That doesn't make any sense. Ugh. If you see a black YouTube logo come up, don't worry. It's going to be there for a few seconds. It'll disappear. Stay with the broadcast. But at the same time, feel free to take a screenshot of it and message at Team YouTube and say, fix this. Code Junkie says, died a while ago, Steve. So you think he died a while ago? Look, we saw a lot of reports a while ago that he died, and I agree, he might be dead, but at the same time, we have some news outlets like TMZ saying he's not dead yet. Heather O'Brien writes in, a friend wisely commented that we should wait for confirmation from the family. If you have any updates on this, give me a shout on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. And just to give you a sense, so like Twitter Moments is saying he died. Rolling Stone is saying he died. CBS News is saying he died. But these stories were all from like an hour ago. New York Daily News is saying he died. But there's that stubborn little TMZ story that says he's still alive. Here's the TMZ update. They say he's still alive. Now, they say he's not expected to live throughout the day, but they say he's still alive. You're watching Right Side Broadcasting's live coverage of the reported death of Tom Petty. We're not 100% confirming it yet because there's still some question out there. You can, if you like our broadcast, subscribe to us on YouTube. Black screen again. I'm going to take a picture of this. Sorry, guys. And let me just tell YouTube this is happening. Oh. Oh, we're back here, guys. So, again, apologize for that little black screen that came up. There was a black screen that came up. If you see a little black screen come up for a few seconds, don't worry about it. It's a YouTube malfunction. We're not going anywhere. So ignore that black screen. But if you want to, feel free to take a screenshot of the black YouTube logo when you see it and send it to @TeamYouTube and say, hey, @TeamYouTube, fix this issue because it's annoying. We're trying to watch the broadcast and we keep seeing this black YouTube logo come up. So you're watching Right Side Broadcasting. You can subscribe to us on YouTube if you want to see more of our breaking news videos, and click the notifications bell so you get notified when we come on the air. Also, on Facebook, we're at Right Side Broadcasting. On Twitter, we're at Right Side Broadcasting. On Twitch, we're at RSB Network. And on Twitter, we're at RSB Network too. And at RSB Network on Twitter. I am on Twitter at Lookner. I would love to hear from you if you have either thoughts on Tom Petty dying, maybe favorite songs or memories or stuff, or if you have any updates on whether Tom Petty is actually 100% confirmed dead. You can reach me at Lookner on Twitter. Thanks so much to the moderators, including our newest moderator, Barbara Bailey, who have been working to moderate the chats on the website and at YouTube. And also, we are viewer supported, so if you like our broadcasts, please consider donating because we can't be on the air without donations. We only can be on the air because you guys make donations and we really appreciate it. You can donate by going to the bottom of the YouTube chat and clicking on the $sign at the bottom of the YouTube chat. Or you can go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Can we get you more updates about this? That's what I'm going to try to do. Oops. Now, Vox is saying Tom Petty's condition unknown. This is 5 minutes ago. That's from Vox. That's 5 minutes ago. Let's read the Vox article, shall we? It's unknown. Scattered reports of the rock icon's death have not been reliably confirmed. Legendary rock musician Tom Petty has been hospitalized after suffering cardiac arrest, according to TMZ, resulting in widespread uncertainty about his condition. Petty is 66. He was reportedly found unconscious in his home in Malibu on Sunday night, just days after concluding his 40th anniversary tour with his band Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. After TMZ first reported the news of Petty's hospitalization on Monday afternoon, rumors erupted the rocker had been placed on life support. CBS News later tweeted that Petty had died after being removed from life support, per confirmation from the LAPD. However, it then deleted its original tweet, "Others remain," and said that the LAPD was unable to confirm the singer's status. The LAPD confirmed on Twitter that it has no information about the passing of singer Tom Petty. So a lot we don't know at this point. I kind of want to, I'm going to just adjust the description in this video. So I just had to make an adjustment to the description of the video, just so, just to be a little more accurate. So we just showed you the story here. Vox is saying Tom Petty's condition is unknown. It's unknown. No one knows. It's been like an hour and a half and we've had no information on what his condition is. If you get any updates, if you hear anything new, write to me on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. Lots of people in the chat room saying he won't back down. Bushwhacker sent me this article from Kiro7 from Cox Media Group. Condition of rock musician Tom Petty unclear after LAPD error. Was it an error? Oh yes, this was an LAPD error. That's true. So Tom Petty, the rocker, best known as the frontman of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. No, they didn't even change they changed the headline to unclear, but the lead of the story is still Tom Petty's dead. But look, it says, remember the LAPD said they have no information about the passing of singer Tom Petty. Initial information was inadvertently provided to some media sources. That suggests that they made an error. Somebody at the LAPD made an error and said he's dead when he actually wasn't dead. That's what it looks happened. Thank you for sending that to me. Thank you, Kabuki, for sending out your tweet to @YouTube, Team YouTube. Yeah, if you see a black YouTube logo come up on your screen, it's only going to be there for a few seconds, so don't go away. Stick with the broadcast. If you see a black YouTube logo come up, it'll be gone. But if you want, you can take a screenshot of it and you can send it to @Team YouTube and say, "Hey, @Team YouTube, fix this problem with the black screens coming up on the black YouTube logos coming up on Right Side Broadcasting's news coverage." Oh, Bushwhacker said also Vogue cannot confirm. So let me check that article out. What? Hang on a second. I want to get this article up on the screen for you. Hang on one second here. So, just to give you a timeline, like an hour and a half ago, all these news outlets were reporting Tom Petty's death, like CBS, okay? And then TMZ came out and said, no, he's not dead yet. And the LAPD said, no, there's somebody from our office provided incorrect information. We don't know if he's dead. And then about 45 minutes ago, there were a bunch of articles that came out like this, saying, hey, we can't confirm Tom Petty's death. So now, there's this question of whether it says CBS News retracted an earlier report that legendary singer Tom Petty died. Yeah, but look, if I go to the CBS site, this story is still up. Oh, CBS retracted it. Look, CBS has now retracted its story. Wow. CBS News has retracted their story that Tom Petty is dead. Amazing. I gotta tweet that out. CBS News has retracted its story that Tom Petty is dead. What does the headline say there? It says, now says it can't confirm. How about that? We've been looking at CBS News. It said Tom Petty is dead, and I just refreshed it. And now it says CBS took down the Tom Petty is dead story, and now this is what they have up. And now they're posting about how the CBS News reported information obtained officially from the LAPD, and the LAPD later said it was not in a position to confirm information, and the LAPD apologized for any inconvenience in this reporting. So, hold on a second. I want to retweet this out. What happened here, just to clarify for people. So I want to say CBS says they got info that Tom Petty died from LAPD, but LAPD later said this info was erroneously given. How about? So CBS said that, hey, we got the info from the LAPD, but the LAPD said we have no information about passing of singer Tom Petty. Initial information was inadvertently provided to some media sources. So somebody at the LAPD said something to CBS News about Tom Petty being dead, but maybe they didn't really know what they were talking about. Maybe, well, it could have been an officer who had heard he died and was passing that along, or somebody at the scene who thought they saw him dead and they didn't actually see him dead. So, who knows? Write to me on Twitter. Let me know what you're thinking about all this. At Lookner on Twitter, at LOOKNER. Thank you, JC, for tweeting out about the black screen issues we've been having. If you see a black logo coming up during this broadcast, don't worry about it. If a black YouTube logo might come up for a few seconds, don't worry about it. It'll be gone after a few seconds. But if you want to, take a screenshot of it and send it to @TeamYouTube and say, fix this issue with the black screenshots on RSBN's broadcasts. It's just Laura says, slow the feck down, people, take a breath. I guess about reporting his death. Ted Dixon Jr. says, what is his condition at the moment? Well, according to TMZ, who says he's still alive, they're saying he had no brain activity this morning and that he's not expected to live throughout the day. So according to TMZ, who is one of the outlets saying he's alive, his condition is very bad. It's not good. Again, they're saying he's not expected to live throughout the day. Let me see if there's an update about this from the TMZ page. No, they still have the same update there at TMZ saying he's not expected to live throughout the day. Does Rolling Stone still have their story up? Rolling Stone has taken off their story. Rolling Stone had said that he was dead, now saying he's hospitalized. Wow, I gotta tweet that out too. Amazing. Rolling Stone has now changed their Tom Petty headline from dead to hospitalized. Oops, that's the wrong link. Here's the right link. So look, Rolling Stone, they said he was dead. We showed it on this broadcast. You can go back earlier in the broadcast and watch it. Now they're saying he's hospitalized. This is one of the biggest journalistic mistakes we've seen in a while. Even if he turns out, look, we hope he survives, but even if he turns out that he dies, the fact that you have these major news outlets like Rolling Stone and CBS News who had headlines up that he died, and now they're changing the headlines. Amazing. Oh, look at this. This is kind of bad. So this art, all right, this is kind of fake news. The New York Daily News originally had stars react to grim news about, it originally said stars react to Tom Petty's death, and now they changed the headline to, what is going on here? Why is this happening? Now they changed the headline to stars react to grim news about rock icon Tom Petty. But the thing is, these tweets are all about him dying. Like John Mayer says, I love Tom Petty. Shocked and upset to hear. This is not them. They're not reacting to grim news that he's in the hospital. They all think he's dead. Kevin Smith, look, it says, Kevin Smith says, R.I.P. Tom Petty, R.I.P. legend. So it's fake news for the Daily News to change their headline and say stars react to grim news. They were reacting to the news that he was dead that places like Daily News was reporting. Hey, we thought he was dead too. But don't change your headline to stars react to grim news, because that's not what they're reacting to. That's pretty dumb. Everybody's changing their headlines. Summer Breeze says, I got to say it for Tom Petty, #idiots. So you are watching Right Side Broadcasting coverage on the initial reports of Tom Petty's death, and now the reports that maybe he's not dead after all. We've heard he is on life support. TMZ says he's not expected to live throughout the day. TMZ also said he was in full cardiac arrest last night and they got a pulse back, but he had no brain activity this morning. But we don't know what exactly is going on, and we're keeping up with this. If you hear any updates, give me a shout on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. Let me know what you think about all of this. Or give me news updates if you have them that I can share with our audience. Also, if you see a black YouTube logo come on the screen, please ignore it. It'll only be on for a few seconds. It is a YouTube malfunction. Also, thanks to all the moderators in the chat rooms for working hard today. We are viewer supported, so if you do like our news updates, I'm guessing the mainstream media has not been covering this whole Tom Petty saga today, at all. I'm sure like they haven't talked about the whole saga about the reports of him being dead and then not dead, especially doing live coverage of it. And look, they've been covering Vegas, which I understand, but you know, this isn't non-important at all. So we covered Vegas for we covered Vegas all night, and we'll certainly be doing, you know, we'll be following the Vegas story, but we thought this was important to cover too. So if you like that you have another source of news here to cover these other stories, please consider making a donation because we are viewer supported. You can donate by going to the $ at the bottom of the YouTube chat right next to the broadcast. There's a little $ at the bottom, or you can click on that, or go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. And if you want to know sorry, I said that so fast, rsbn.tv/donate. And if you want to get notified about when we're coming on the air with our breaking news videos, subscribe to us on YouTube and click the notifications bell. Also, you can follow us on Facebook at Right Side Broadcasting. Let's try to get some more updates here and see what's going on. Jessica Dwyer, Will Ewert sent me a tweet from Jessica Dwyer that says Tom Petty Radio on Sirius XM, Tom Petty Radio, just said he's still fighting. So I don't know who this person is. I don't know if they're reputable, but at least this person said this. Hopefully he's going to pull through. And Warped Trader sent me this, that if you look at the image caption from the Rolling Stone story, it says he's still dead. Let's see if they've changed that yet. Ha! Thank you, Warped Trader. So if you look at the Rolling Stone story, the caption still, thank you, Warped Trader. Tom Petty, the dynamic Hall of Fame frontman who has led the Heartbreakers, it's the caption still says he has died. But now they're saying he was hospitalized. Nice eye, Warp Trader. Hey, Ace Trades made a donation. Said, I hope he's alive. Keep us posted, RSBN. Thanks. Thank you, Ace Trades, very much for the donation. That's very nice of you. What's going on with this? There's a little bit of an issue here. I'm having a little bit of a technical issue here. Guys, give me 1 second here. There's a little bit of a technical thing that I want to fix here. See, sometimes there's a little black line on the right of your screen when I show you stuff, and I want to just fix that. So give me 1 second, let me fix that for you, because that's kind of annoying. That should take care of it. Hang on 1 second. Nope, I might not be able to fix it. Well, if I can't fix it, I apologize for the black line on the right of your screen that comes up at some points. I'm trying to fix it, but it looks like I'll have to fix it after the broadcast. I don't think I can fix it during the broadcast, so I'm sorry. So what I'm talking about is like when I show this. Oh, now is it gone? No, it's still there. There's a little bit of a black line on the screen, you'll see. So on the right there. I'll fix that. Next broadcast, it'll be fixed. I noticed something looked a little off during the broadcast, and then I was like, oh, there's that black line on the right side. So I apologize for that. I'll fix that later. I can't fix it right now. American Girl says you might want to take down the 1950 to 2017 photo you have on the screen. Well, I was thinking about that, but it's a little hard to change it. Let me list. There's a black screen, which I'm now sending to YouTube. If you see that black YouTube logo come up, ignore it. It's just a YouTube malfunction. It'll only be there for a few seconds. So the problem with Look, the problem, I can't easily take that picture down. And I sort of want to add something to it, but it'll take too long to do. But our headline says maybe. So I'm fine with that picture up there because the headline says maybe. So it's clear if somebody's watching the show and it says maybe, they know that we're not 100% confirming that he is dead. Mojo, in response to all of this, says, "Stop dragging my heart around, man." And Will Ewert sent me this that somebody said on Tom Petty Radio. Sirius XM just announced that Tom is still alive and fighting a very rough heart attack. Wolf Josh says, if you can email me when breaking news happens, I will be happy to tune in. Well, we can't email you, but you can subscribe to us on YouTube and you can set up an email notification. YouTube will email you whenever we're on the air. We can't email individual people ourselves. We don't have that kind of staff to do that. And and if you set up a list, it's like incredibly expensive to do so. I think we would never be able to stay on the air with that expense. And also a lot of people don't want to give us their email address. So for all those reasons, we ask if you want to get notified about our videos when they come on the air, just subscribe to YouTube. You can set up a phone notification, email notification. Just got to click the notifications bell and set that up. Or you can follow us on Facebook, get notifications on Facebook when we're coming on the air, or at RSB Network on Twitter. You can subscribe to us there, follow us there, and get notifications that way. So lots of ways for you to find out when we're coming on the air with live videos. So we're still trying to get updates about this. Willie Drum says we should all wait for confirmation from official family spokesman before any claim of death. That's what Willie Drum says. Another article, this was sent to me by Sulau89, and Sulau89 sent me this. Tom Petty hospitalized from the LA Times. Tom Petty hospitalized, but no official confirmation of his death despite widespread reports. He was taken to UCLA Medical Center for a cardiac incident Sunday night. Law enforcement has confirmed to the Times, but as of 1:15 p.m. Monday, there was no official confirmation that the 66-year-old rock musician had died. CBS updated his report to say he had not died, even as the likes of John Mayer, Jake Owen, and Peter Frampton, not to mention multitudes of non-celebrity fans, were sharing their sadness and Tom Petty memories. Oh, it's another black screen. Let me take a picture of it. So, sorry about that black screen, guys. I just need to tweet it out to YouTube again. See, those black screens, guys, the black logos from YouTube come up. It's a YouTube malfunction. So if you see one of those come up, ignore it. It'll only be up there for a few seconds. But I would ask, if you want, if it's getting you angry that this is happening, take a screenshot of it. And send it to Team YouTube, at Team YouTube on Twitter, and say, hey, Team YouTube, fix this issue where you're putting black logos over the RSBN broadcast. We've been talking about them about it for a month. They say they'll fix it, and they never fix it. Sorry, I'm just tweeting this out to YouTube. Okay. Sorry about that. So, we're just trying to get more information about whether Tom Petty is really alive or dead. Oh, thank you. Vanessa Staley sent out a tweet about this to Team YouTube. Thank you, Vanessa. We appreciate that. That's very nice of you. See, Vanessa Staley sent this out. At Team YouTube, I'm getting really tired of seeing this while trying to watch RSBN Network News Show. It's happening to a lot of us now. Happening to everybody, I believe. So thank you for sending that out, Vanessa. Oh, Kabuki also sent one out too. YouTube, 5th time I got black screen on RSBN Network. We love when you guys do this. This will really tell YouTube that these black logos coming up during our broadcast is a problem, that you're getting annoyed about it. We love when you send these messages to Team YouTube and YouTube. Thank you for doing that. I really think that'll help them get their butt in gear and fix this issue. I want to retweet that from RSBN. Where is that from? That's a minute ago. But I can't find it. Ha! YouTube, once again, YouTube is saying, thanks for the info. Have your viewers send feedback with these steps. So they want you to send feedback. I like when you just post pictures of it and say, like, hey, fix this, YouTube. I think that's better. Let's get back to the story. Sorry for interrupting, guys, but it's important that we get this fixed because on future broadcasts, it'll keep happening again if they don't fix it. Okay, back to the broadcast until the next YouTube black logo that they put over our broadcast. Can we get any more information here about Tom Petty? Guitar Man says, it is probably best we hope many news reports are wrong that he lives and sleep on it. Easy way to stop the passage of rumors. As I was saying before, and as other people have said, Joy Reid says, if Tom Petty really is still with us, the song he writes about all this is going to be epic. Again, though, important to note that TMZ said he's not expected to live through the day. That's what TMZ said. SBC tweeted out, media, Tom Petty dead, Tom Petty alive, Tom Petty dead again, Tom Petty alive again, Tom Petty caught in respawn loop glitch. What is journalism? Maybe I can change. What I'm going to try to do, I kind of want to try to do this on the fly. I want to try to change the picture on the right part of this, on over my shoulder. Give me a sec. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this. It's not as easy as you might think. But hold on one sec, guys. Let me try to change the picture up there. Okay, here's this. Here's this. I'm trying to do this on the fly. Okay, good so far. I like it so far. I like what I'm doing so far. It's making progress here. Hang on one sec, guys. I'm almost there. All right, good. I think I have that. I have to add one more thing to this. Sorry, I'm changing that picture. Almost there. I almost have it done. Okay, that's perfect. Perfect. Now I just have to save it. In a second, that picture's gonna get updated over my shoulder. Okay, let's see if I can make this work, folks. Ready? Let's see if I can make it work. Hooray! Although that question mark's not big enough. Hold on a second. Hang on here. Oops. Sorry, I know this is probably endless for you to watch this, but I really want to make this change. At this point in the broadcast, now I might not, let's do one more thing. I'll make it bold. Ah, that's going to look better. Okay, better. Give me 1 second. I fixed it. Hold on, I'm just saving the new over-the-shoulder shot. There. Let's see if this worked, guys. Ready? Hooray! Oh, and I gotta change the screenshot for the video too. I wonder if I can do that on the fly. I'm trying to change the screenshot for this video. Yes, I did it. So the screenshot for the video is now the new screenshot. Ah, I feel so much better now. Don't we feel better now that that's been fixed? Anyways, if anyone's still watching out there after all of that. Okay, is there any new information about Tom Petty? TMZ has a Tom Petty 911 call up. Let's play this. TMZ, Tom Petty 911 call. My husband isn't breathing. Tom Petty's wife made a desperate 911 call and told the dispatcher she needed help because her husband wasn't breathing. How does TMZ get this? Did they pay somebody for it? Dana York seemed confused and upset when she dialed 911 Sunday night. At around 10:45 p.m., the dispatcher tried to get her to administer CPR, but Dana needed help. You hear another man take the phone, but then Dana takes it back. She hears very soft breathing, tries CPR, and it seems he breathes better. He's not expected to survive the day, it says before. He was taken off life support, and he's not expected to survive the day. Let's hear this. I don't understand. So these aren't private? Who owns this 911 call? How did TMZ get it? Who did they pay to get it if they paid somebody? Anyways, let's play it.
Fire paramedics, operator 52, what's the address? What city are you in? Malibu. Is this a house, apartment, or business? House. What's your phone number, area code first? The emergency there right now? My husband isn't breathing. How old is he? He's 67. Okay, and so he's not breathing at all? No. Okay. I don't think so. No. Okay, Sheriff, are you on the line? Yes, what's the cross street? I'm sorry? The cross street? Court is right across. Is it gated? Yeah. Okay, so Sheriff, you're responding? Yeah, we need a gate code. The second gate is the first gate, and the second gate is our house as they come to a private drive. Okay, so that's two-step, correct? Yes. Okay, we're on the way right now. This is your call history 3992. Is he on his... Is he on the ground? Yes. Okay. Is there any vomit in his mouth? I'm sorry? Is there any vomit in his mouth? No. Okay. What I need you to do is I need you to kneel next to his chest, okay? Kneel next to his chest. I have someone with me, and I can't reach you. Okay, can I talk to them, please? All right. Okay, thanks. I'm sorry. All right. Let's move over here. All right. Alright, I got it. So I'm kneeled next to his chest. Okay, I need you to place one hand on the bone in the center of his chest, just right between his nipples, okay? Okay, one hand in the bone. Can I talk to the person that's doing the CPR so I can just give them the directions directly? Yeah. Okay. Here, they need to talk to you.
Hello?
Hi, paramedics are on the way now. Have you ever done CPR before?
No.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what to do. I need you to place the heel of your hand on the bone in the center of his chest, just between his nipples, okay?
I'll tell her what to do.
Okay, I need to talk to the phone isn't...
The phone line's not long enough.
The phone line's not long enough? Okay.
No.
Have her place her...
Bring him down here.
Have her place her other hand on top of the first, okay?
Okay, here you go. Yes.
Okay, what do I do? Okay, place the other hand on top of the first. Okay, place one heel of your hand on the bone in the center of his chest. Place the other hand on top of the first.
Locked up right here. So my chest. Okay, got it.
Okay, keeping your arms stiff and straight. Rapidly compress his chest hard and fast. He's breathing.
Actually, he's breathing. But go ahead.
Oh, he is breathing?
Guys, sorry about the YouTube black screen. It keeps coming up on our broadcast. I'll keep playing that. We've been having this YouTube malfunction where a black screen comes up. If you see a black screen, ignore it. It'll only be up there for a few seconds, okay? Sorry about that.
Yeah, okay. If he's breathing, then we don't want to do chest compressions because that will probably hurt him really bad, okay? So he's just unconscious.
Hold on. I can't stop his breathing. I can't tell.
Okay, well, put your ear next to his nose and his mouth and listen and feel for air and look to see if his chest is moving.
Okay, barely slightly breathing.
He is? Okay.
Yeah.
Has he been sick with anything recently?
No.
Okay. Is he still...
Bronchitis. Bronchitis, yes.
Okay. Is he taking, like, really slow breaths or...
Slow breath? I can't tell. Yeah, I mean, it's really barely... He's barely breathing.
Okay. What I need you to do is just lay him so he's on his left side, okay?
Okay, his left is this way. Okay. Alright. I got it.
Okay. Just monitor his breathing. I'll stay on the line with you until the paramedics get there, okay?
He's breathing.
Okay.
They are starting to make some noise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Just keep him on his left side, okay? We're keeping him on his side so in case he throws up so he doesn't choke on his vomit, okay?
Okay.
We're on the way now.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
You're 992.
So that was the 911 call. Sorry you missed a little bit in the middle because YouTube once again put a black logo on our screen. It seems to be a YouTube malfunction, but it's been a month now, and they haven't fixed it. And I know it's really annoying all of you. And And I will say, if the black YouTube screen logo comes up, ignore it because it'll only be up for a few seconds. But please, if you see that black YouTube logo, the best thing you can do to help get it fixed is take a screenshot of it and then message at Team YouTube. You can even message them without a screenshot, but message at Team YouTube and say, hey, at Team YouTube, we are tired of this issue where black logos are coming up, black YouTube logos are coming up in the middle of Right Side broadcast. I think that's 11 during this broadcast, and say we're sick of it. Fix it, because we've been talking to them about it for a month, and they keep saying they're going to work on it and they never fix it. And it's I know it's really annoying to you guys, and it's annoying to us to have you guys have to see that. So please reach out to YouTube at Team YouTube. Let them know you are sick and tired of these broadcasts of these black logos coming up or on a screen for a few seconds at a time, because it's really ridiculous. Oh, and I think Kabuki just sent a message. Thank you, Kabuki. I appreciate you sending that out. The more you guys reach out to YouTube and help us reach out to them, the more they will know that that you guys are mad and that they really should fix this and get their butts in gear. American Girl says, question marks are a great thing, aren't they? Amanda Curran says, TMZ, oh, it's another one. It's another black screen. I'm going to post it again. Hold on, I got to send this to Twitter. I'm going to post this to at Team YouTube and let them know in real time that this keeps happening. I'm going to start tweeting Team YouTube every time this happens, because they need to know how bad this is. Sorry about those black logos coming up, guys, but we are going to message to YouTube and on social media, and we're not going to let them stop knowing that this is happening. Thank you, James Wagner. We appreciate you, James Wagner, reaching out to YouTube and sending a screenshot to them. We will retweet that. But I just want to call that up here. Again, if you see the black YouTube logo come up, if it's annoying you, reach out to at Team YouTube and either send them a screenshot or just tell them at Team YouTube, you need to fix this issue. It's been going on for a month. We are sick of it. It's ridiculous that you guys can't fix this YouTube malfunction with the black YouTube logos. It's getting in the way of our broadcast and getting in the way of bringing you the news. So it would help us so much if you guys reach out to them and let them know this is happening. Oh, and James Wagner, I just saw you sent it again. I appreciate it. I'll retweet that to them too. Oh, and Why Amera did it too. Why Amera tweeted out to them too, and Amanda Curran did. Thank you. I'm right now gonna go to the YouTube. I'm going to our Twitter account, and I'm retweeting from our RSBN Twitter account all of your tweets to YouTube to get the word out about this. We need to tell YouTube. We need to start all tweeting them every time at Team YouTube, and say at YouTube too. You might as well, but definitely at Team YouTube. Let them know every time you see this happen, and we need to keep tweeting them until they fix it. And at D, I'm getting Amanda Curran's now too. Thank you guys so much for sending these to YouTube. I really appreciate it. And All right. Is there any more information about Tom Petty? And I just got a message. Our CEO, Joe, is recording the broadcast and is going to show YouTube all of these black screens because they disappear in the archives. They disappear. But we're recording this live and we're going to send this to them and show them all of the awful black screens that keep coming up. Now, McCartney just sent this. This Paul McCartney, this is ambiguous. I'm wondering, did he compose this to be to work either if Tom Petty is dead or alive? I wonder if he composed this to work either if Tom Petty is dead or alive. Because it looks like Paul McCartney sent this out 10 minutes ago. Maybe he was like, I got to tweet something out about this. I feel so bad. But I don't know if he's dead or alive. So I'll send out this tweet which says at this difficult time. And that way it works either way. Maybe that's what happened. S Blaster made a donation. Thank you, S Blaster. Said, third time I've tried, keep getting super chat unavailable. Hold on, I'm going to take a picture of that so I can send it to Joe. Thank you, S Blaster. I'm going to send this to our CEO about super chat not working. And Shaggy made a donation. Shaggy5777 said, Steve, did you check out the link I tweeted to you about my dad during the A.L. Moore election? I can't remember. Tweet it if you want. Send it to me again, Shaggy. So I'm sorry if I didn't. It's been so busy here. I can't even remember at this point. I haven't even eaten today, by the way. I literally have not eaten all day because we were up late covering that. We were up late covering the terrible stuff in Las Vegas, and then I can't believe it's now 6 p.m. Central Time and 7 Eastern, and it's like I got up right as this Tom Petty thing was announced, as they were all announcing he was dead, and now it turns out he maybe isn't dead. So it's just crazy. But thank you for all joining us here, and we are viewer supported. If you want to donate to us, we do use your donations just to stay on the air. You can donate at the bottom of the YouTube chat by clicking on the $sign, or you can go to rsbn.tv/donate. rsbn.tv/donate. Showing some social media here. Ashley tweeted out, constantly checking Tom Petty's condition. Oh, here's one that says Tom Petty is not dead and his child is pissed. What's this? Look at this. It says it's an Instagram post, and it says, I guess that's his child, and it says, my dad is not dead, yet your effing magazine has been pieces of tabloid dog ass. I guess that's Tom Petty's kid. All these memes. Scampy says, everyone give Tom Petty your energy. Deplorable Me says, so apparently it's journalism that's dead and not Tom Petty. And again, if you see a black YouTube logo come up on the screen as it's been doing during this broadcast, it'll be gone in a few seconds. It's a YouTube malfunction. But feel free to take a screenshot of it and message at Team YouTube on Twitter and tell them we are sick of these black logos popping up on right side broadcasts. Fix that problem. Phantom of Darkness just made a donation. Thank you, Phantom of Darkness, and said, reminds me of Michael Jackson in 2009. And Kyle Drogo made a donation and said, Tom Petty is obviously still alive. If he were dead, they would just say he is dead. There would be no reason for secrecy. Thank you guys for the donations. That's really kind of you. Just looking for some more updates here. Sweet Sinner says, Dear Lord, give me an address to send you food. We need you alive and fed. No, I'll eat soon as the broadcast is over. Oh, Jeff Wyatt. Thank you, Jeff Wyatt, for posting a message and sending it to Team YouTube. And keep you can keep sending those when the black logo comes up for a few seconds. Take a screenshot of it and send it to @TeamYouTube and tell them that you were sick of seeing this black logo issue and tell them to fix it like we're telling them. So, and every time you post one of those screenshots, you send them one of those screenshots, I am having the Right Side Broadcasting account retweet you. So we really do appreciate you guys writing @Team YouTube and telling them, hey, stop this black logo problem, because we will. The more of you that write them, the more they know it's a big issue and it needs to get fixed. And initially, just so you know, your messages are working, because initially we would be writing to them. We've been writing to them for a month, and they just say, talk to creator support. They don't even respond to us. They just say, talk to creator support. But we just got a message from the CEO saying they replied and they said, thanks for the info, we'll look into it. So at least they said something, but that's not really helpful. So the more you guys reach out to @Team YouTube and say, stop this black YouTube black YouTube logo on the Right Side broadcast, the more they're likely to do something about it. Oh, and Sharon actually posted something too, so let me just retweet that. Thank you, Sharon, for posting that. Sharon posted a bunch of them. I'm going to retweet all of them. Oh, and True Brit did too. Thank you, True Brit. That's nice of you. I appreciate you guys all posting those screenshots about the black YouTube logo and letting YouTube know about it. And we are retweeting them all from Right Side Broadcasting. Very nice of all of you to do that. That'll really help us out, seriously. Oh, and Noah Velez sent one too. This is so cool of you guys. Thank you so much, guys, for reaching out to Team YouTube and sending them those screenshots. The American Girl did too. Did I already retweet that one? That might be the one last one I didn't retweet yet. Thank you guys so much for that. I've retweeted from the Right Side account. All of you who send screenshots to YouTube, Team YouTube, I have retweeted them all, and I will keep doing so from the Right Side account, because we need to get YouTube to fix that problem. It's really affecting our broadcasts and not letting you see the news you want to see. Okay, so I apologize that we've been having to deal with all of that throughout this broadcast, but better that we deal with it now so it gets fixed later. Jack Sandler says, soon the crappy mainstream media will change their headlines to Tom Petty will be performing tonight in a special I'm Not Dead concert. Russian hacker says, gee, more fake news. I'm shocked. And just so you know, my Paul McCartney tweet was not a joke. Paul McCartney tweeted out, he sent out, so somebody said, is that not a joke? Is that some kind of joke, not funny? I was being serious here. Paul McCartney tweeted out, sending love to Tom Petty and his family at this difficult time. And I was seriously wondering, does Paul McCartney want to say something on Twitter, but not really know if Tom Petty is dead or alive? And if he did, maybe he sent that tweet out to kind of work either way. Thank you, Shaggy. I will check out for the donation. Shaggy, you made another donation, Shaggy5777, and I will check out your tweet. I'm writing myself a note. So I don't forget, Shaggy. Lee in Wyoming says, I'm on YouTube Red in an Android phone and you're streaming fine. So, well, on YouTube, when people are watching it on their computers, they get all these black logos. Noah Velez says, second, he just said these black YouTube logos are getting out of hand. I agree with you, Noah, they are. Do we have any updates about Tom Petty? Anything more we can tell you about Tom Petty? So more tweets from people. This person, Mike Gibbs, says that Tom Petty is still alive is the best mistake that the media could have made today. Sorrow turns into hope on a dark day. Michael Leary tweeted out this: if Tom Petty is alive, can we have David Bowie back too? Rob Lewis says, if the Tom Petty situation confirms anything for us, it's that journalism has been taken off of life support and officially is dead. So we are watching our coverage. We originally came on because they were reporting Tom Petty had died. Now all these news outlets are saying we can't confirm he's died. He's not doing well. He's off of life support. He had no brain activity this morning, but he's not dead yet. So they've changed the story, and so we cannot. So it looks like he's not dead yet. We haven't heard confirmation he's dead yet, and we are here covering it for you. We've been covering it, and if you enjoy the broadcast, if you want to know when we do these live news broadcasts, subscribe to us on YouTube and click the notifications bell. You can also, and then you'll get notifications about when we come on the air. You can also follow us on Facebook at Right Side Broadcasting. On Twitter, we're at RSB Network. And I am on Twitter at Lookner, and I post about breaking news all the time if you like that kind of thing. Also, we'll be on the air for a few more minutes here. But you can write to me at Lookner on Twitter if you have any news updates or any comments about the situation. Shaggy, another donation. Thank you, Shaggy. Appreciate it. I will look at that story this evening. Thank you, Shaggy, so much for your generosity. Also, speaking of donations, we are viewer supported. So if you like our broadcasts, please consider donating because your donations keep us on the air. If you want to donate, you can go to the $ at the bottom of the YouTube chat. There's a little $ there, or go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Also, if a black YouTube logo comes up on the screen during one of our broadcasts, just know it's a YouTube malfunction. It's not our fault, and it'll only be up there for a few seconds. And feel free to take a screenshot of it and send it to @TeamYouTube and let them know that it's happening, because we got to get that fixed. Thanks again to the moderators, both in the chat room and on the website, for moderating today. We really appreciate it. True Brit says, I've been tuned in since last night during the Vegas incident. I live alone and you've been good company through all of this. Thanks, True Brit, for the compliment. That's nice. We're glad we're being able to bring you the news. Oh, Heather O'Brien said, it's not just on the computer screens. I'm watching you on Roku, YouTube, and also getting YouTube black screen. Thank you, Heather, for saying that. I will retweet that one out, too. Give me 1 second. I got to go do that. I got to retweet these tweets when you send them because I want to let people know this is happening. A couple of you were writing to me about the story about a CBS vice president maybe being fired. Vanessa Staley and Manning Tulloch wrote me about this. I'm going to talk about this very briefly because it's not really this broadcast, so maybe we'll talk about it more later. But Daily Caller is reporting, just so you know, CBS legal exec, no sympathy for Vegas because country music fans are often Republican. So that's being reported by Daily Caller. I'll have to look at more. I'll have to look. No, I don't want to see your ads. I'll have to look more about that later. But just so you know, that might. You can go to Daily Caller if you want to read more about that story. Thank you for writing me. During our streams, we try to keep the focus on one thing because otherwise it gets all crazy and we're talking about 4 things at once, and everybody gets confused. All right, well, for now, it looks right now like Tom Petty is, from all the reporting we've seen, it looks like there's no confirmation he's dead. It looks like he had a heart attack last night. This is what we've read. He was in cardiac arrest. They found a pulse. They took him to the hospital. He didn't have brain activity. They took him off life support, but he's still alive. TMZ said he's not expected to live throughout the day, but as far as we know, he's still alive. So I think I'm gonna end the stream now. I need to eat something, but we will cover breaking news throughout the day. I will post about it on Twitter at Lookner if I hear anything more about this. And like the first half hour of the stream was just us covering it as if he was definitely dead and reading all the tributes and stuff like that. Maybe the first hour. So anyways, but thank you all for joining us. If there's more breaking news tonight, we'll come on the air. So be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and click on the notifications bell if you want to get notified when we come on the air. Also, follow us at Right Side. Oh, black screen. Hold on. Before we go, another black screen. Take a screenshot of this. I'm just telling YouTube that this happened. Wow, this is a long one too. Hold on, guys. I just need to let YouTube know that happened. Sorry, I'm just messaging YouTube. I like to message them in real time and tell them and send them screenshots of these black screens. So again, sorry about the black screen, guys. If you see the black logo come up, it's a YouTube malfunction. They haven't fixed it for a month. Feel free to take a screenshot and write them at Team YouTube. You can even write them without a screenshot at Team YouTube. Say we're angry about this. We want it fixed, and let me know, and I'll retweet your message to them from the Right Side Broadcasting account. That's gonna apparently we have to just have a big PR campaign to tell them to fix this because they're just not getting off their butt and fixing it. Anyways, thank you to everybody who watched today. Thank you to everybody who sent in me in news updates and comments. Thank you to the moderators in the chat room. We really appreciate it. All your hard work in the chat room on both the web and on YouTube. Thank you to all the donors. You donors, you keep us on the air. We can't be on the air without donations. So if you like our broadcasts, please consider donating. Even small donations help us. You can go to the bottom of the YouTube chat on any broadcast that we do and click on the $sign, or go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Also, yes, and just to repeat, because the black screen cut me off again, Facebook, we're at Right Side Broadcasting on Facebook. You can subscribe to us on YouTube and click the notifications bell to get notifications about whenever we're coming on the air. On Twitter, we're at RSB Network. And on Twitch, we're at I think, RSB Network on Twitch. And I am on Twitter at Lookner. I post about breaking news all the time, so you can follow me there if you want to get more breaking news updates. Thank you, everybody in the chat room. I see the moderators, Guinevere, JC, new moderator, Barbara was there. Who else is there right now? I think Real Frank was there earlier, Ron Miller, and then everybody else who watched for this. I see people saying thanks there. Dick Diddy, Manning Luck. Who else is in there? Beamer Boy, KK Bronson, Kelly Pyle, Gene Arthur. Just reading some of the names. Shaggy, Sotslock, Mark Henapple, Light Switch. Let's see here. Marion, Chaos Theory, JC, everybody else. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody in the chat. All right, I'm going to go now. I'm going to eat something. If there's more breaking news, we will definitely come on the air tonight. But hope you have a great rest of your day, although I guess it's evening now. So have a good night tonight. We will see you soon. This has been Right Side Broadcasting, and from all. Oh, and thank you for Joe and Jake for your help as usual. Joe and Jake Shields. So, but for now, this is Right Side Broadcasting. Thank you, everybody. I see some more people saying thanks. Jerry, Eddie, 5555, Nets fan. And all you Ace Trades, all you other guys, Dick Diddy. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you soon for the next news broadcast at Right Side Broadcasting. Have a good one.